Hello. Thank you for joining me once again here on Boots on the Ground. I'm Shayna Shagwar, and this is day 2 that we're talking about the gift of God, and I'm talking about children being a gift from God. Amen. Amen. I want to talk about a story in the Bible of Joseph taking his children to meet his father, Israel, Jacob. Joseph was his son. Amen. And when they came, Israel's eyes were dim where he couldn't see, but he said, "Who are these?" And Joseph said unto his father, "They are my sons whom God has given me in this place." Amen. And I'm coming out of Genesis 48, starting at the 8th verse through the 9th verse. Amen. If you just want to read that, Israel beheld Joseph's son and said, "Who are these?" Oh, God. He said, "These are my sons whom God has given me." Amen. You have to know that they are gifts from God. Amen. Joseph's son's name was Ephraim and Manasseh. Manasseh means to forget all the toil in my father's house. Names are very important of children. Amen. And Ephraim means a double portion of his spirit, a double portion of blessings. Amen. So as you study the word and understand this story, how Joseph brought his sons before his father, and when he said, "Who are these?" he said, "These are gifts from God." Amen. Just knowing that you will handle them differently. Your children are gifts from God. Amen. Amen. And as you begin to help shape, make, and mold them to do what God has called them to do, they will be able to fulfill the call that is on their lives. Amen. See, as we talked about yesterday, you have to raise them to the age of accountability and then raise them to the age of responsibility. Okay, you're responsible for you when you can no longer take the governing hand over your life. Some children can be 50 and still need a governor over their finances because we didn't teach them how to handle money. And even if we did teach them, they choose not to handle it appropriately. Amen. But make sure that you understand that our job is to raise them up, train them up in the way that they should go, and to make sure that they are capable of accomplishing all that's in their hearts to do. Maybe not necessarily what's in my heart. I would love to have seen my son be a sports broadcaster, but that wasn't in his heart to do. Amen. And even the more important thing, that might not have been what God wanted him to do. Now, even as I've shown you in the word where Joseph acknowledged that these were gifts, were children from God. Amen. This is what we have to really pin ourselves to doing. You know, sometimes we get to, be too protective of them, going, "Oh, that's my child." That's a gift from God. That belongs to God. And what I am is the person who is being held accountable for raising them up to be all that they can be. Amen. So as we continue this week on studying on children as gifts from God, remember, amen, that they belong to Him. Amen. You just have charge over them. We don't know the end to the beginning, but God does concerning their lives. Amen. So we need to inquire. As we receive a gift from God in children, what we need to do is ask God, okay, who are they? And how can I bless them? How can I nurture and guide them to be all that you have created them to be? You need to be discerning, be able to see some things in your children. Oh, this is a prophet. See, prophets aren't made, they are born. And you need to recognize that they are prophets without breaking their spirit or breaking the gift that's within them. Oh, come on, we can mishandle some things. Amen. So understanding the gift of God, don't shelter them so much that God can't send others to train them. it grieves my heart, because an apostle, a prophet like myself, I can see who God says you are. Amen. But you want to wait till the world teach them all this other crud. I wanted to have a class for junior prophets, for children. Amen. Just that bring your kids in and let's see where they are in the prophetic. Amen. Because that is a prophet of God. Amen. If you know who your child is, you can begin to minister to help mature them in who they are. Amen. It's nothing like a child being easily led because of lack of knowledge. The world will teach them anything. Amen. Go to a psychic. A psychic could tell you when they're a prophet. Amen. Themselves. Oh, come on, baby. It's time now to really focus on raising up our children in who they are. Amen. And as we continue to watch God and what he's doing with them, be led of the Spirit of God with your children. Yes, we're supposed to protect them. Oh, come on. You got a beautiful young daughter and you treat her like she's an Oscar Mayer winner instead of a filet mignon. I mean, a porterhouse steak, the top of the line. You can't just mishandle the value of what God has given you. Children need supervision. Hello. I can't treat you like you're a wiener and have no value and you can just go out there and let any and everybody do what they will and put in your ear different things that you don't need to hear. My job is to protect. So, amen. Thank you again for joining me today. And we were talking about the gifts of God and children being a gift from God. Join me tomorrow as we go a little bit deeper. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.